Welcome to Biology in the Wild. Today we will be discussing fungi. But first, what is a fungi? Fungi is the plural of fungus, and a fungus is any of numerous plants, including yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, that lack chlorophyll. Now, if we look at the phylogenetic systematics for fungi, they suggest that fungi evolved from a flagellated ancestor, meaning that it had a flagella, which is basically an appendage that an organism uses to move around. If we also look at DNA sequence data, then we would see that fungi are more closely related to several groups of single-cell protists than they are to animals, which suggests that the ancestor of fungi was unicellular. Fun fungus fact! The oldest undisputed fossils of fungi are only 460 million years old. Also, fungi possibly moved from water to land at about the same time as green plants. In order to explain how fungi have evolved to have so many diverse species, we will look at a phylogenetic tree. As you can see, fungi are divided into 5 phylums: chytrids, zygomycetes, glomeromycetes, ascomycetes, and basidiomycetes. First, we will look at the chytrids. Now, chytrids are the only group of fungi to still have a flagella, and are ubiquitous in lakes and soil, meaning that they are almost always found there. The current hypothesis is that chytrids diverged early in fungal evolution, which is supported by molecular evidence and the fact that they are the only ones that still have a flagella. Next up is zygomycetes. This phylum includes species of fast-growing molds, and they were the first group to diverge from chytrids. Zygomycetes are formed by sexual spores called zygospores, and vegetative mycelium, or by asexual reproduction. All fungi in this phylum form spores in a sporangium. Some examples are bread mold, Rhizopus oryzae, which is used to make sake. Now time for glomeromycetes. Not a whole lot is known about this phylum, since until fairly recently they were grouped with zygomycetes. Something that is interesting about glomeromycetes is that they can't survive without plant roots, and nearly all glomeromycetes form arbuscular mycorrhizae, which is a symbiosis between glomeromycetes. Now on to ascomycetes. Ascomycetes develop fruiting bodies called ascarps and produce spores in sac-like asci. Many of the fungi in this phylum are decomposers. Ascomycetes also have an extended dikaryotic stage, which provides increased opportunity for genetic recombination. The next and last phylum is basidiomycetes, also known as club fungi. This phylum has many different groups, including 2 types of destructive plant parasites called rust and smuts. Mutualists, which means that they have a relationship with another organism and they both benefit from it, and decomposers of wood and other plant materials. Also, some mushrooms that belong to this phylum pop up in what is called fairy rings. Now you have a basic understanding of each of the phylums. Each has hundreds, if not thousands, of species, and they have all adapted to survive in different environments. Chytrids are found in aquatic environments. Zygomycetes grow on organic matter like food. Glomeromycetes is mostly terrestrial but can survive in wetlands. All it needs to survive are plant roots to sustain it. Ascomycetes are terrestrial and aquatic and can be found in both marine and freshwater environments. And basidiomycetes are terrestrial since they need plants. Each of these phylums has adapted to survive in its environment, whether it be by decomposing organic matter for food, surviving with the help of another plant, by being a parasite, or by some other means of survival. That's all for now. Goodbye, make good life choices like not eating random mushrooms. Say no to shrooming!